Imagine this. You've just walked through the golden stone gates of Valletta, and suddenly you find yourself standing above one of the most stunning scenes in all of Malta. Across the Grand Harbour, three historic cities shine in the Mediterranean light: Birgu, Senglea and Cospicua, quietly waiting to be explored. But how do you get there? Should you walk, drive, swim? No, we'll do it the best way. Ferry across the harbour like locals do. In this video, we'll take you from Valletta to the three cities step by step, with real-time views, smart tips, and a secret quiet alley you'll want to save. Stick around. We're about to set sail on one of the most scenic short trips in Europe. We begin at the Upper BARRAKKA Gardens, high above the Grand Harbour. From this very spot, Malta unfolds before your eyes like a painting. Straight ahead across the water lie the three cities: Birgu on the left, Senglea on the right, and Cospicua tucked between them. Before heading over, let's enjoy where we are. These gardens are completely free to visit and offer some of the best panoramic views on the island. Look down below, those cannons? That's the saluting battery. At noon each day, they fire a ceremonial round. If you time your visit right, it's a spectacle worth seeing. To reach the ferry port, you have two options. Either walk the winding streets and many steps down, or take the easy way. The BARRAKKA lift. It's fast, scenic, and costs just €1. Totally worth it if you ask us. From the Upper BARRAKKA Gardens, we spotted the small ferry gliding across the Grand Harbour like clockwork. Below us, it pulls in near the base of the old bastions, gently docking beside the Valletta waterfront. That's our ride, so let's head down. Now, if you're wondering how to get there, here's the deal. The quickest way is the Upper BARRAKKA lift, a sleek modern elevator tucked beside the gardens. It costs just €1 each way, and it saves you a long and steep descent on foot. At the bottom, past the cruise terminal shops, you'll spot the Valletta ferry service pier, low-key but well-signed. Holders of the Talinja card will be able to use the BARRAKKA lift at no charge. The ferries leave frequently, around every 15 or 30 minutes depending on time of day, and they're surprisingly comfortable for such a short hop. But here's something many visitors miss. Right next to the local ferry, there's another terminal for a relatively new service, the fast ferry to Gozo. Unlike the standard Gozo ferry, which departs from the north of the island and carries vehicles, this one takes you straight from Valletta's harbour, slicing travel time in half. It's ideal for day trippers or anyone without a car. No need to navigate buses or hire a taxi to Cekevwa. Or if you're in the mood for a more relaxed route, cruises from Senglea also reach Gozo, often stopping at Comino's famous Blue Lagoon along the way. We're on board and pulling away from Valletta. Sailing from Valletta to the three cities feels less like public transport and more like a scenic harbour cruise. The crossing takes just 5 to 7 minutes, a blink compared to the bus or driving around the harbour loop, which could take 30 to 40 minutes on a slow day. And the ferry only costs a couple of euros. Tickets are easy to grab on site or even via app. If you're visiting Malta in summer, you'll be thankful to skip the traffic. Now, as we get closer, you'll notice the Senglea side is calm and residential, with narrow streets and historic facades that haven't changed in decades. This area was heavily bombed in World War II, yet you'd never know it today. The resilience of these neighborhoods is part of Malta's story. As we cross the Grand Harbour, Birgu, also known as Vittoriosa, comes into view on our left, its fort guarding the tip like a stone sentinel. On the right, Senglea stretches out proudly, with its promenade and lookout point facing Valletta head-on. A quick heads up, if you've been here before, you may remember the ferry docking at another area. That's changed in recent years. We'll show you the updated stop in the next chapter, so you don't get caught wondering. Here we are. This is the new Valletta ferry service stop in Cospicua, right on the edge between Senglea and Birgu. The infrastructure's been upgraded. Clean modern ramps, electronic ticket machines, shaded waiting areas. It's small but efficient. Don't expect a big terminal. This is more like a smart urban pier. Just follow the signs once you dock, and within seconds you're on solid ground, with easy access to explore both cities from here. We've just stepped off the ferry at the Cospicua stop, and instead of walking forward into Senglea, we curve back toward Birgu, the ancient city you saw from the water, also known as Vittoriosa. Right away, the feeling shifts. The harbour path is quiet, lined with bobbing boats and stone arches, and there's a salty breeze coming in from the sea. In just a few steps, you'll spot the Fort St. Angelo entrance. This fortress once served as the headquarters of the Knights of St. John during the Great Siege of 1565. Today, it's open to the public and houses exhibitions, battlements, and panoramic views of the Grand Harbour. Even if you don't go in, seeing it up close is impressive. It's like touching the raw bones of Malta's military history. From here, we continue walking inland along the Birgu waterfront, a polished promenade with cafes and yachts, surprisingly elegant for such an old city. But don't let this modern edge fool you. Turn just one corner off the main stretch, and you're suddenly surrounded by traditional Maltese townhouses. Think creamy limestone walls, green and blue shutters, iron balconies, and plants peeking out of ceramic pots. Keep your eyes open. In Birgu, you'll find details that don't exist anywhere else in Malta. Like door knockers shaped like lions, sun-bleached coats of arms, and street niches with tiny statues of saints. This place has been lived in for over 1,000 years, and every corner feels like it remembers something. A must-see here is the Inquisitor's Palace, one of the few still standing in Europe. You don't have to love museums to enjoy this one. Inside, it's more like stepping into a chapter of forgotten history. You'll see the tribunal rooms, prison cells, and even the restored kitchens and private chapel. It's haunting, but weirdly peaceful. But the real secret of Birgu isn't found in maps or attractions. It's the ambiance. Wander away from the tourist trail and suddenly you're in a maze of stone alleys, some barely wide enough for two people to pass. Cats nap on stairways. Voices echo from windows above. And somehow, even though you're minutes from Valletta, it feels like a completely different world, quieter, slower, more intimate. And the best part? Hardly any crowds. Unlike Valletta's busy streets, Birgu is mostly residential, so you'll often find yourself alone here, walking between honey-colored walls and feeling like you've discovered something unspoiled. This is our little secret from this video. No ticket queues, no Instagrammers, just beauty, history, and a calm atmosphere you'll remember long after the trip ends. Before we head back to Valletta, there's one last place in Birgu we can't skip, Victory Square, the lively heart of this otherwise quiet city. Framed by traditional Maltese buildings and a few cozy cafes, the square feels both grand and intimate. Locals gather here for evening chats. Kids kick a ball across the stone tiles, and it's one of the few spots where the whole town seems to pass through. Front and center is the Oratory of the Holy Cross, with its striking Baroque facade and simple bell tower rising above the rooftops. You can peek inside during open hours. It's small but ornate, filled with votive candles and centuries of devotion. It's a perfect final stop, a mix of daily life and deep-rooted history, tucked away under the Maltese sun. Time to head back. We board the same ferry we came with, now gliding away from the quiet beauty of the Three Cities. This return trip is a mini cruise in itself. To your right, Birgu's historic marina glimmers under the sun. To the left, Senglea's bastions rise like a postcard. But the real show is ahead, Valletta's skyline slowly revealing itself as we approach. Domes, steeples, golden stone glowing in the light. It's the perfect farewell view, the kind that stays with you long after you've stepped back on land. But our journey doesn't end here. We'd love to hear from you. Which stop was your favorite? Is there a particular moment that stood out to you? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're planning your own visit, we hope this guide has inspired you and made your trip easier to plan. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more travel adventures.